My name is Alex Johansson. I've been working on a teaching tool for the last 3 years or so. And it all came about because I love trying to use technology beneficially in my coaching as a tennis coach. But I did realize one day that all these analysis tools have gotten more and more sophisticated, but there is nothing really to facilitate the skill building once we're done. Once we're done figuring out the problem that is. So what I tried to put together is something that puts everybody on the same page, that's connected to the athlete. So it can be the parents, it can be a trainer, the coach obviously, and the player, so that everybody's on the same page and that we communicate officially, and that we can build skill and put more emphasis on the skill building. Also trying to make it more objective versus subjective. So I'm just going to go straight in and show the tool first. I'm going to share the screen here with you so you get a good idea of what it is. So it is a web app. And the way it works, here we see what it looks like for a coach. See, I wonder if you guys can see that on your end. You see the screen share there. Let's make sure everybody, okay. So this is the athlete. I'll click on the athlete, I'll go in. I'll go down to one of my students right here. And what you see here is 3 different skills set up. So these are the 3 things that I want my student to work on. These green dots indicate how far along the student is. Once we get to this last green dot, we're done with that skill for now, and it will fall off. That works just the way we tend to work on the ground today. Now, within each one of these, there's a little electronic locker, if you will. So if I click one of these, I'll go in, and what I'll see here is I have the name of the skill. Then I have those same green dots here that I can update as a coach if I like to. I'm not going to do that now. I can go in between the different skills that the student is working on right there. And I can add files. I can add videos, picture, note. Now all of this is optimized for the phone as a web app, so everybody can use it. So these are different files down here that I have added as a coach. Now you can use this platform however you like as a coach. This is just the platform. The only reason we have only 3 skills is we don't think we should be focusing on more than maximum 3 at a time. So below these, we have the skill practice log. Now here, these say 5, and we have about 20 dots there, I think. Yes, that's correct. Because once I click that edit button, we can see that the value of each dot is 5, and it's 20 of the dots. Now let's change that to 10. And let's change it to just 5 dots. So I want my student to work on this 5 times for 10 minutes. So once I save that, see if he wants to save it. Okay. We had an issue with the internet there. Okay. So let's go back to balance on the ground strokes. Here we go down. Click that and we'll do it again. So we'll do 10 minutes. Let's do it 40 times and save. Well, lo and behold, I can There we go. Okay. So now each one is worth 10, and we have 40 of the dots. So once the student practices that, we'll click the 10, and it will, another green dot will show up and indicate that he worked on it. All right, so we have those 3. Down here we have a home button. You can always go back here. Let's see here. We'll go back to the athlete. Bear with me here, folks. This is my first time doing this, so there are the 3, and down here we have evaluations to the right. Now we see it says 81% up here. That is based on these evaluations. These evaluations are completely separate from the skill goals. So if I click these evaluations, you can see that I have already had a bunch of evaluations here with my student. And if I click one of those, it will open up and it will show that I've evaluated my student on these different criteria: physical effort, mental effort, attitude, and focus. And then he also has a note down here. That was a bad note right there. So let's go to the next one. We can see a little bit clearer. So there's a note. So this just indicates what I wanted to show the student as an evaluation right now. I can send these out as frequently or infrequently as I like. The nice thing is, when I fill it out, it goes to the whole entire support team. So if I want to fill out the new one, I'll go to add, and I just mark off, boom, 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 boom. I'll type the note. I say, so let's do hi at the end of that one, so we can see how quick this is. All right, now going to evaluations. Here is the one we just created, and there it says hi at the end, and this is what I thought. Okay, so those are evaluations. Now the traits for those are set up one time by the coach for all the coach's students. So you will have the same form for everybody that you coach. So if we go in here again, the first time you're not going to have any of these up here. You're just going to have this. So then you can go in where it says add edit traits. Another way to get to those and set up your own trait is to go up here in the left corner in the slide out menu, and you also have evaluation traits right down here. So let's not add any traits now. It's really simple. You just click it, add a new trait, and that's it. You can have as many as you like, but only one form per coach. So that's really the only thing you need to remember there. Okay, so this is all that we are in charge of as a coach. Now I want to switch over to, and obviously you have access to this, but this is what the student is in charge of, the binder. So I'm just going to show you the first one real quick here. So these are goals. Set some quick goals. The quick goals are the maximum of 3 goals where you attach a date to them, and you'll have a countdown. So these are what I call actionable goals. You click it, it will expand, and you can click the check mark and it will fall off. Right now I have a Davis Cup player using this a lot, as he doesn't have a coach at the moment. He finds this very useful. So these are 3 simple ones with a date countdown. Now if you click this next one up here to the right, it says goal plan. These ones are what we're probably more familiar with short, mid, and long-term goals within 7 different categories. And if you click this, you will see the student can put in the name of it, the potential obstacle of that goal, and then a solution to that obstacle. So this is the whole entire plan. Find this to be useful, of course, but sometimes it tends to just sit in the background, and that's why we decided to do the quick goals as well. So let's go back to the binder again, and we'll see the result log. Oops. So the result log will look like this on our end. Let me go down to where I wrote a little bit more. So you will see of each match, you will have the name of the match, the opponent's name, the score, and then you have the player where they've answered some questions. I'm going to look into those questions as we go into an athlete account here soon. But those are preset questions that they answer. At the very top, you have a winning percentage and how many wins, how many losses. So let's do this. Let's sign out of this, and then we're going to set up a new player. So let's see, we are going to use, let's go new player. Just created this one before. New player at hoplu.com, and we need to do that after we click sign up. So sign up. We insert the email address of the person that wants to sign up. So this is what the student would do. They are the ones that are buying licenses. In general, it's free for coaches, unless you contact me and we'll set something up for your entire group, which I will give you guys an introductory offer here at the end when it comes to that. Okay, so create a password. Hoplu pass, and then we'll go to sign up. Once the student gets in here to sign up, they click athlete. Then they have 3 different plans to choose from: 1 coach, 1 player, 1 coach, 1 player, 2 observers. The observers can only see what's going on, they can't edit anything. And then the pro team one is a coach, a co-coach. The co-coach can suggest updates to the rating of the skill, and they can also upload files, but it has to be approved by the main coach to take effect on the account. And then we have the player, and we have 4 observers on this one. So we are going to do the whole shebang for 1 year. So we'll go in there. Okay. So now as we got in here, we see that our account is created, and we have nobody attached yet. So in this case, we want to attach, let's attach me as the coach. Okay, so coach 1, this is my email address, and now the student can invite me. And as you see here, you have observers, and you have the assistant down here. Okay, so I'll invite the coach. So now I invited the coach. Now let's go up here in the left corner, and let's go to profile subscriptions. In here you can edit your profile as a student, and I'm showing you guys this so you can show your students, right? So I use this as a what do you call it? A profile picture. So let's see if we can get down there and choose that. All right, update avatar, and I'll update the name real quick. We call this new player. All right, hopefully you guys can see good enough on this. Okay, so now that's created. I invited my coach. Now what happens for the coaches, and let's see if we can do this real quick. So I'll stop sharing that, and we're going to see if we can go in and and find that email real quick so you guys will see what that looks like. So here I am in my emails. Right here I got the invitation. So click the link below to accept or reject the invitation. So this is the coach now that's doing this. So I'll click that. This is what I'll see as the coach. I will accept that. All right, very good. Now I will go out of that as the coach. I don't want to be on that anymore. I'm going to stop sharing, go back. And let's see if we can go back and see the student now. So here we go. Okay, so here's the player. Now I'm going to go home. We'll always have this home button right down here. That's for coaches and students. I'm going to go to binder. Down here it says team. I'll go into my team, and here now it says Coach Alex accepted. Okay, very good. So I'm going to go home again. So the difference you see here, these two green dots here now no longer says player or groups, right? That was for the coaches. This one now says practice and binder. Now in practice, what we'll see here, it says ask the coach to assign a skill. There are no skills assigned yet. But in binder, I can go in and start doing my thing as an athlete. So as of today, the athlete has full control over the binder for ownership reasons. So I click the plus, goal type. Let's do achievement, and we'll set it for November, and win state tournament. Set goal. Okay, so now it says win state tournament, and I got 61 days to do it. So that would be an actionable one. Actionable goal, right? Okay, I'll go up here to goal plan. So now we'll see what we have here is the 7 different ones: achievement, technical, tactical, physical, mental, and competition. And we have short, mid, and long-term goals. We have a description of the goal, obstacle I might face, solution to the obstacle. All right, so hopefully that all makes sense. And we'll go back to my result log as the student. So right now we see I got 0 wins, 0 losses. Up here in the right corner is my plus sign. That's the one you don't have as a coach. I click that. The event was an open. Opponent was Joe. The date is automatically there. It was today. I won. I won 6-2, 6-3. I did as well. Was on fire. Okay, hopefully that went right on to that, right? So anyway, I did this well. That's the first question. The second one is I could do this better. Third one, the winner won because mentally I, physically I, and I learned. Under I learned, I encourage my own students to talk a little bit about their opponent for scouting reasons if they're going to play them again. All right, so we didn't quite complete that, but that's what it looks like now then. And this is exactly what the coach will see. So now let's go back here. I go to the home button. Binder again. Reminders. These are simply 5 things that I can put up. I use it personally as a cheat sheet. So I can add here, good depth, great reminder. So that's the first one. So it's a maximum of 5. You can actually print these out and put them in a luggage tag if you like, since we're not allowed to look at anything on the court as a player. But anyway, that's 5 only. That's it. Okay. Data, we don't really have anything there yet. Team, that was that thing. As a student, you have your things here. You have the facts. So one thing that you guys can do is you can set it up so it really acts like an app. You'll click an icon on your phone and it goes straight to the app, and it will show in full window. And I'll show you what that looks like here in a second. Down here in the right corner, let me go home again so I don't confuse you. Right down here we have communication. So if I want to communicate with my team, I can do this. I'll click the little pencil up there. This is a really simple interface, and all I have right now attached is the coach, right? If it would have been a parent as well and somebody else, when you click this, everybody will come up here, and you can click these ones to send a message to whomever you like within your support group. What I found with this so far is parents and players tend to think out what they're going to write to you. And the idea here is to keep everything that has to do with the player development in one place. I also have feedback from parents from a tournament. We'll go through here. But what I've seen happen is we have less sporadic text messages, I feel. And down here, the other one we have here is just simple alerts when something changed for the student in their account. Okay, so that is the student, and like we said, we go to practice right now. There is nothing there. So how do we get something there? Well, I'm going to log out and sign in as the coach again. So here I am, signing in as the coach. Athletes. Now let's see if we find this new player. There is my new player. I click that, and this is what it looks like on my end now. So it says select or create a skill. So this really starts as a blank canvas for you guys, however you want to use this. So let's say I want to do, let's see, did I have 5? Okay, so we'll do set elbow high. Okay, so we do a very technical one, and let's do that on the backhand. Okay, so this is a detailed description of what I want the student to work on, or what we decide together that we're going to work on. Then I click add new skill. Since it didn't exist, click add new skill. Now that ends up here, so we can see the name of it right here, and then it's asking us to create a category, and there is a reason for this later on. So I click that. Since it was a backhand, I would say I'll put this underneath backhand, and then I go save. So now we just created the first little skill goal for our student. So now obviously this is empty. This is where I can increase the rating, right? So I can do it from here as well. Now maximum of 3, like I said before. Let's go into this one. So I click the one, or I click the name of the skill, and right here now it says I have 0 media items. So if I click the plus right here, now I can add something. And let's say I'm going to add a picture. Now let's go down and see. So I already have a library as a coach. So this is my library of pictures. So let's just grab one here real quick. So preview, we'll get a balanced one. Okay, we'll grab that one. Can't really see the elbow there, but that's fine. So that's the preview of it. I do want to use it, so I click use. I go up here. I don't like that description, so I'm going to set hi. Okay, and submit. So now that's going to upload as the first file. So we see it right down here, and here it is, and that's the description of it. Let's create one more help thing here. So I want them to work on it in the mirror. So let's say work on shadowing. Well, actually, just shadowing would be good. And I'll tell them to log when shadowing. Set hi and complete stroke. Okay. So say submit. So now what we've done here is we're giving them an image. It says balance, but you could say hi, hi set, right? And then we have given them how to work on it. So now let's say this is a younger player. So shadowing, we can do, let's do reps. Let's do reps for the student. So let's do 20 reps. 20 reps. And let's do that 15, no, let's do 16 times. So I go save. Okay. So I'm going to go back to shadowing here now. I can edit that. So I will tell them 20 reps a night. Okay. So now my student knows that these are reps. So every time they do it, they'll click the plus button and it'll come up. So that's just a different way of using this locker, of telling them how to work on it. I could have video in here of everything and anything. I can have comparisons, what have you. Just anything that helps the student to motivate them, to have them focus, and to ultimately conquer that skill to the level you want them to be efficient at now. In the future, that skill will probably drop off and you replace it with something else. So let's go to this player's, let's see here. Yes, so you guys can see the result log. That was that one match, right? So that's what we see on our end. Okay, and we have evaluations we had covered. Reminders, we know what that is. Let's complete this skill. Just so you see what happens. We'll click that. Update. And it disappears. Now we have space for 3 new skills again. Okay, so I want to make sure I don't miss anything here. Let's see. So to wrap it up, when it comes to how we connect people, it is set up for the student to be the one purchasing a license and then connect with the coach through their email. So all they need to know is your email address. So they go and sign up at hoplu.com. They put in your email address as the coach. You will get an email, and all you have to do is follow that link, and you're now connected. The alternative to that is, if you guys want to get started, I have had some people testing it, have academies and so forth. They're already doing a team thing. So I'll be more than happy to set you guys up on an introductory thing. I think I'm going to do about 100 licenses, 100 student licenses yeah, way cheaper. So just contact me if you want to get on board early. I've done this for everybody involved, growing up, playing many sports initially and then specializing in tennis, gone through many levels, kind of onto professional, and then also having coached many different levels. I hope this tool can solve some of the issues we face in the different roles, and will just essentially help facilitate the right kind of development and the right kind of focus. Hopefully you guys find it useful. I want to make sure I don't miss anything here, but I think what I will do for the immediate future is I will be happy to set up Skype calls with anybody that's interested. If you have a group of coaches, if you have an academy, if you have a group of parents that want to learn about it, or students, I'll be more than happy again to set up a Skype meeting with you guys and go through it. Let's see, we're missing anything? No, my email address, alex@hoplu.com. Feel free to contact me at any time. I will try to keep notes down here on anything that we did not cover today and you guys have questions about. So thank you very much for looking into this. My honest hope here is that this thing is going to help players, parents, coaches to be on the same page and just have an awesome journey through development of competitive sports. So with that, thank you so much for taking the time to look into Hoplu, and have a great day. Thank you guys. Bye.